I've got the wagon bed upside down. I've cut my 2x4s that I'm gonna attach to this one to give me a little more clearance for the wheels, and I'm gonna use glue, and I'm gonna go back to using screws for this, for the 2x4, 2.5-inch screws, and the drill driver, and that should give me the right height. I'll just add plenty of glue. Then make sure it's even on both sides, like 3/4 of an inch sticking out on this side. Same thing on this side. Right there. Right there. And then make sure it's even this way, 1 inch. More spot right there, 1 inch. 1 inch right there. Put 3 screws in, make sure they go into this board on the top. And this is the last screw on the back 2x4 on the back axle of the wagon. So I'll just put that in, sink it a little bit deeper than the surface, and I can turn the wagon back over. And I have a couple of pieces of dowel that I found left over from other projects. This one right here is probably 1.5 inches diameter, and this little one 3/4. I think that'll work for pulling the wagon. And these little blocks of wood I'm gonna cut out probably like into a triangle shape like that, and then attach all 4 of these pieces together, and that should make a nice little pull handle for the wagon. I'm gonna cut these parts for my pull handle on this bandsaw right here, which we haven't used yet, or at least not in this video. So just gotta turn it on first.
Right there. Second cut, I'll do this part right here.
Alright, so there's one of them cut out. I have to do one more, and then we'll go see what it looks like when we connect them to the other piece. And I've got the pieces cut and put them together, just mocked them up. I also, on that same bandsaw, cut these little pieces off the sides of this, so this would fit flat on there. And then I also drilled the hole with 1/2-inch drill bit, so that this dowel would fit in there, and then that can be the pull handle for the wagon right there. But I think I'm also going to sand everything down. I went ahead and sanded these a little bit just to get some of the sharp edges off of it. And then I just applied some glue inside the holes in here, put the dowel inside the holes, and then put some glue on the inside. And now I'm gonna let the glue dry. I'm gonna drill the holes so that I can insert this bolt right through here and all the way through to the other side, and then my handle will go right here in the middle, and that'll have a hole drilled right through it as well. This was the only bolt that I had that was sort of long enough but not quite long enough, so I'm gonna have to countersink it, and I'm gonna use the drill gun with a 7/8 inch drill bit on it, because that's as wide as the top of the bolt. And I've already marked a center mark right there, and I'm gonna have, in order for it to fit right, I'm gonna have to make the hole probably about an inch into the 2x4. So I'll go ahead and do that now. I want to keep the point of the bit right in the center. I found the center between this board and then the center between this. So I put a little cross right there. And then I want to make sure my drill is going in the direction of my two little blocks of wood so that it's a straight line. That should be deep enough right there. Alright, I already drilled the hole on both sides with that bigger bit, the 7/8 inch bit. So you can see that'll sink in there. The top of that will go in. Of course, I'm going to put it this way. But now I got to drill a hole so this will fit through. And I've changed the bit out to a 3/8 inch bit, which is the diameter of this bolt. So I'm going to drill this hole all the way through. And I already have it started, like I can hit the center point because the other bit left me a little place where I could slide it in. So using that same 3/8 inch bit, I drilled the smaller hole inside the one that I had drilled with 7/8 inch, and I drilled it all the way through to the other side, and then the same thing from this other side. That way, this 3/8 inch bolt should fit all the way through from one side to the other. I also use that same bit to drill a hole through my pull handle way through, and I have to make sure that the hole lines up with this handle, so the handle wouldn't be this way or this way. I need the handle to be flat, so the hole is lined up that way so that it ends up like that and it can be pulled. So we'll put this together real quick. Put the bolt through the handle. All right, so that seems to work. I just need to attach a nut on the other side and tighten it up. So I put the bolt in from this other side with the round cap of it going through this side, and then on this side I'm going to put lock washer. Lock washer has a little break in it like that, and then so when you put the nut, it tightens up and it keeps it from coming loose. So I'll go ahead and put those in there and tighten them up. Doesn't have a whole lot of thread, but it does have enough for me to get it going. And then I'll get a little wrench and tighten it up. Okay, now that my pull handle is attached and secure, I am going to do the wheels, and I'm going to use these bolts as my axle, and because that's what I had. I had a few of them laying around. As you can see, they're a little bit old and rusty, but they're good. And then also be sure to put a washer so that the wheel will turn smoothly. And one of the things was it fits a little bit loose in there. So what I did was, from that curtain rod that I had, I cut some pieces off about that long, and they'll go inside the wheel like that, and then my bolt like that. And then what I'm going to do is drill a hole into this 2x4 right here in the center, with that same 3/8 inch bit, because that's the same size as this bolt right here. And then once I've drilled it, I'm going to drill it deep enough for that, and then I'll tighten it in there, and hopefully that'll hold. So I marked the center of the 2x4, put a little cross right there, right in the center, and then I'm going to drill that hole, making sure to keep my drill straight so that the hole is not angled up or down or side to side. I got a wrench, and I'm going to go ahead and put this in. I can turn it by hand the first little bit. Now it's starting to get tight, so I'm going to use the wrench on it. Alright, that should be in there. The wheel turns. I think I'm going to have to put a lock washer too in between that big washer and this bolt. That way it won't come apart. Alright, all the wheels are on. The only thing left to do is to paint the wagon. And as you can see, it turns. There's a handle to pull it. You go that way, turn it. This is going to work for what the professor needs it for. And it is to carry supplies to take out to the parking lot, so the students that are doing online classes can pick up the supplies they need out in the parking lot, because they can't come into the building. So she can just take the supplies out in this little wagon, the supply kits, and the students can drive by. She can hand them out to the students to use for their online classes. I have to paint it though. The natural wood looks good, but I think we're going to go ahead and paint it and put like the ACC logo on it or something. But there's how to build a little wagon.